tips and tools to produce content from home. So I hope a lot of the resources that I share with you guys today might be fairly new to you. So I'm hoping that we can give you some resources to help you get kicking off to a good start with producing from home. Just a little bit about myself. My name is Christy Tracy. I'm the education coordinator at AOC, and I have been with AOC since 2015, so roughly almost 5 years now, contributing to community media in Acadiana. Our mission essentially is all about building an informed and engaged community through media, technology, and education. And my area of focus is mostly that education component, developing our workshops on media topics of interest for the community, and developing our youth workshops around media creation. So all things education. So if there are, if you are a member or you're interested, if there are topics that you want to see as it relates to media production, by all means, you can reach me by email or phone, and just kind of let me know what you're inquiring about, and we can definitely try to put together some workshops that can help build up some of the skill sets you're interested in. So I also have on the phone call with me, it's Matt Roberts, who is our community productions manager, who's also a great resource, and I'm sure if there's anything I'm missing on any of these tools, he's probably used some of them as well. I'm sure he can, he's a great resource as well for getting more info about any of the tools that you see today. We'll go ahead and get started. This workshop is pretty much designed for our community members who are seeking resources. Perhaps you, like many of you mentioned, you are new creators and you're just interested in getting some production done from your home. Or if it be the case that you have been creating some productions, but now you may have limitations on your access to production resources. My hope is that you can take away some of these tools that will be beneficial for producing some great quality stuff, focusing mostly on free and low cost resources for you guys to take advantage of. So we'll get started with some video resources for going live. In case you were wondering, you can produce a live show from your home. This first program that I'm sharing is OBS, it's an open broadcaster software, which is a free software application that is available to download from their website for recording your own video or live streaming. And I'm just doing a quick click through to the website here. It's a program that's available for Windows, Mac, or Linux operating systems. It includes your basic features like screen sharing, which OBS is actually what we are using right now to record this presentation to later playback and distribute on our website. But we at AOC use this program also for our daily show, our daily newspaper reading program. In the mornings, we have volunteers who read the daily paper on air. So we utilize OBS Studio to stream to our television station with this as well. OBS Studio is also popularly used by live gameplay content creators across different platforms like Twitch and YouTube. So if that's a niche that you're interested in, then that's OBS is definitely a program that many gameplay users take advantage of. So if you are seeking a free live streaming program, we actually have a tutorial to this in our Knowledge Hub on our website, which I can direct you guys to this at the end of the presentation. We'll go through a quick walkthrough of the website, but we've got a nice little tutorial put together by Matt Roberts himself, who gives a nice in-depth look at some of the features of this program. But I'm just showing also, this is a screen grab just so you can see an idea of what the program looks like in capturing your video and audio there for that one. Also, as far as live streaming, another option that is available, this program was actually introduced to me by some community media center, CMAC, in, I believe, out of Fresno, California. A program that they are relying on heavily is the BeLive streaming studio. With this program, unlike OBS, there isn't a download involved. It is completely an online program that allows you to, using a free version. There is a free version of the program. You can upgrade it, and they'll probably push you for the upgrade. But I think there is a free version that you can use for live streaming a show or perhaps your video podcast directly to Facebook or YouTube. And you can also save the video, which we would highly encourage if you are planning to go a streaming route like this, saving your video and submitting it to AOC so that we can share it on our channels, our TV channels, and our YouTube as well. You don't have to be an AOC member to actually share your content with us, which is what some people don't know, but you don't have to be a member in order to give us your content and then share that and distribute that on our channels. So just another little picture of kind of how it works. A few of the features are the same as OBS as far as screen share, adding a guest to your live stream. There's also some pretty cool text and graphic overlays that you can kind of play around with, and some engagement features in there as well, where you can sort of highlight some different comments as any of your viewers leave comments throughout the stream. So there's a couple things in here as well. And there's also a tutorial for it by the CMAC Community Center that is in AOC's Knowledge Hub. So again, I'll kind of walk you through where that is on our website at the end of this presentation. So those were some live stream options that we kind of discussing. Now, if you are more strictly focused on pre-recorded video, you would prefer to shoot it now, edit it later, and then share it last, then these are a few of the tools that may come in handy to you. Starting with, I'm just putting a quick plug in there for AOC, only because an AOC membership is really great for accessing equipment to use at home when you really don't want to put a bigger budget towards your productions. We do have some pretty quality professional standard gear that's pretty simple to get started using. We have basically begun uploading some of our virtual workshops on our website so that some of the gear that you do check out, you're able to get some a little bit of extra help with getting started there. If I can kind of show you here with this click through to our website. We've kind of started to upload some of our workshops. And also our orientation here. So if you've never taken AOC's orientation and you just want to know more about our organization and what we do, you can actually follow through the full orientation through our website here. But here's where we'll just lay out more of our virtual workshops as they become available. So in addition to the gear that you can reserve with AOC and get to use at home, and studios that are available as well with your membership, and the education through workshops, we also offer, we are offering support, staff support that's available to our members. So if you are having some issues, perhaps with troubleshooting a piece of gear that you check out, or if you are just trying to get started with OBS and get your live show going, you're welcome to reach out to any of the members of any of the staff members at AOC, and we will be more than happy to help you get started through setting up a virtual session to kind of get you on your feet there. We are currently, as far as our office hours, we're currently operating remotely still for our standard business hours from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You should be able to reach a staff member through those business hours through our work week by phone or email. So you should be able to reach us to request, a one-on-one session or just get more information. As far as the facilities and the gear, if you need to create a reservation to take out any gear or use one of our studios, we are accepting that currently on a per appointment basis. So if a member, as long as a member reserves through the process on our website and that reservation is approved, then we'll ensure that there are staff members available during that time to honor those, to honor that reservation. So just so that you are aware that we are still operating and we're navigating everything right now to remain accessible to all of our members. And here we've just got some of the gear that we offer that may come in handy with producing at home. Our first piece on the left here is our orange kit, video camera kit, probably our most popular kit. This kit is usually for basic to intermediate level users, pretty easy to get started with, and we do offer a tutorial for this workshop on our website. So the kit essentially comes with all of your accessories for charging your camera and your file transfer there. The backpack production kit is essentially a portable, sort of on-the-go kit that we've compiled into a backpack. It's got an iPad 2, I believe, and the accessories for creating your content on the go there. So another little handy piece. Our DSLR camera kit, the Canon 60D camera, which also many people know DSLRs for shooting photos, but they can also shoot really good video as well, and probably want my choice for when it comes to recording video. So that's also another good option for shooting your video. And we've also got the Yeti USB mic, which is helpful for getting really good audio from your at-home podcast. It's a simple USB mic where you just directly plug and play into a laptop and then use an audio recorder like Audacity program that you can record your any of your audio. So just a couple of the pieces that we have available that can be used at home, checked out at AOC, and then used to create your content. But to see all of the equipment we have, it's all available on our website for you guys to view. All right, so next we will move along to post-editing, which is another part of pre-recorded video. If you would like to do some editing to the video that you record, some free or low-cost editors that are available. Adobe Premiere Pro, which is sort of that industry standard that everyone sort of knows them to be. It does come with a small monthly cost. I believe all or the majority of Adobe Creative Cloud programs do come with a small fee. I think somewhere around the $20 and about $50 if you want the whole shebang, all of the programs. But it is a very powerhouse program that if you are really interested in getting really deep into the editing process, I think it's a really good investment to make. Right up there with the competing with Final Cut Pro, which is what we use at AOC's Editing Lab. It's available. And Adobe Premiere Pro is also available in AOC's Edit Lab as well. The Adobe Spark Video is sort of a smaller level video editor that is available for free through the Adobe Spark, I think it's Adobe Spark website. A pretty basic functioning editor for smaller projects, and it is a completely online software, so no download would be available to start using that one. iMovie, if I'm not mistaken, iMovie is included free on any Mac computers. So if you do have a Mac, then I believe iMovie is included on your iMac to use. And also we've got the YouTube video editor, which if you are interested in YouTube, they do offer a kind of small scale video editor within your channel features. So that's something that some people didn't realize, but if you are uploading content to YouTube, you must have a YouTube account, but if you are uploading content, there's some simple edits that you can create using the YouTube video editor there. So that's still an option that you have. Another free OpenShot video editor is another free editor, open source editor that is available for download directly to your computer, that I believe is available with Windows, Mac, or Linux operating systems. Just kind of clicking so you guys know where you land when you hit those pages. But another pretty powerful free resource. I think this is one of the more popular ones of some of the smaller editors that I mentioned, but still really capable of doing a lot of edits within this program as well. So if you are looking to go the free route and not spend any money up front on learning some of the basics of editing, OpenShot is another good one that I've tested, and I found it to be a pretty reliable editor. the majority of these that we've covered as far as photo editors have short tutorials on YouTube that are available, so that you can sort of get started or get the feel of the interface and the layout of some of these programs. But I do find also that if you've ever used one editor before, then it's usually pretty simple to start using others, because if anything, if their interfaces are completely different, a lot of the tools are the same. So once you kind of recognize what the tools look like and what functions they have, it's pretty easy to translate those functions across the different programs. So I don't think you could go wrong with any of these to try out. All right, and next we will move on to some digital assets. And when I mentioned assets, digital assets are, kind of think of those as essentially your files that are presented digitally. Anything from your photos, your illustrations, your sound files, all of those are your digital assets. So a lot of which may go into the branding or the promotions of your show or your podcast. So here are a few places where you can find some of those assets online. A few of these websites that offer free stock and photograph and videography here. Pixabay, Unsplash, and Pexels are three that are really big databases of free photographs and video. I think this one's actually the video, Pexels Video, which are free downloads. And with that, I will also say that it's really important whenever there is free available to you that you want to ensure you are checking those licenses for that. Usually on these sort of websites, it's pretty easy to find out the license terms by which you can use the content for free. So just kind of something to be on the lookout for, to find out what is permissible or in what way the creators may want to receive credit in some form of acknowledgement versus any sort of pay. So just a heads up on what is just a good practice whenever you are downloading any of that free photo or free video that's available. But again, really big databases here that you can use to sort of supplement video that you're already creating, or perhaps use them, in some other creative way for your content.
You can also just on, speaking of images, in Google image search, you can use their tools to set a copyright clearance check. So you can actually check for photos on there that are cleared for you to use, usually under a Creative Commons attribution license or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely using a filter would help as well, so that you are so that you are ensuring that you're staying within that Creative Commons sort of realm there. If you are interested in producing some sort of perhaps a logo for your show or some sort of graphic, Adobe Illustrator, I still put Adobe at the top because it is just a really powerhouse sort of creative suite. And Adobe Illustrator has a lot of capabilities to really get complex with it and grow a lot as a graphic artist, if that's what's your goal. But Adobe Illustrator, again, comes with a small cost, a monthly cost. So just something to take into account. GIMP is a program. It's a graphics editor and a photo editor program that's available for download, that some people refer to it sort of as like the free Adobe Photoshop or the free Adobe Illustrator, because it can do a lot of what some of the Adobe programs can do, perhaps with a few more nuances because it is a free program, or a few more hoops to jump through. But it is a good program if you are learning how and you desire to learn at the base level a couple of different graphics editing tools or photo editing tools there. And it's something that we've utilized often in our youth programs in order to teach students how to get started with creating their own illustrations and editing photos. So it can be a pretty simple program to get started in. But again, lots of tutorials on YouTube that can help you get started as well. Canva.com, if that's one that you are familiar with, it is also an online graphics design program that can pump out some pretty quick, simple graphics or graphics for social media. If you're planning to create, could be a Facebook page for your TV show or cover art for your podcast. The cool thing about Canva, I think, is that it kind of has some templates already set up to the dimensions of the standard cover art for a podcast. So it kind of gives you those templates already sized up and ready to go. So I think that's one of the cool things about it. But still a lot of tools in there that you could use to create graphics. And then for photo editing here, Adobe Photoshop, GIMP, again, is a photo editor, and you can do some cool graphic design within it. PixLR is an online editor, as well as PhotoPea. These are both online, so no download involved. You can go directly to the website, upload your photos, and edit within. And some simple tools, but they are a good program to start with for free before you decide if you want to commit to something like Photoshop. These are all programs that we also have accessible to use in AOC's Edit Lab as well. So I say take advantage of any of these free programs that you'd like to use for your content. They're all accessible through either download or directly online. All right, so I'm going to try to pull it back up full screen mode and get through our last few slides here. And then we'll finish up with a short little walkthrough of the website. All right, so a few more digital assets that are accessible to you for audio capture. If you are seeking more so of the podcast route and you do want to create some sort of audio content, Adobe Audition is sort of Adobe's version of I guess just it's Adobe's audio recorder and editor. Another program, I'm not super familiar with it, but I've heard great things about that program, as well as Audacity is something more so I use, which is a free program that's available for use in AOC's podcast group. It is an audio recorder and an editor, and can be simple as you'd like it to be. Also has some complex features if you're looking to get deeper into the program. And within our Knowledge Hub, we do have a tutorial on how to use Audacity as well to record your content at home and how to do some basic simple editing for your podcast. And then we forgot some music and sound effects that are available through CC Mixter, which is the website, YouTube audio library, and the Free Music Archive. These are just three, but I think through a Google search for Creative Commons music, there are more that exist. I will say, just in the same way when it comes to photo and video, it's just always important to be mindful to check for licensing terms so that you're ensuring that any of the free music that you're downloading or any of the free sound effects, you are providing the proper credits to the creators where requested. I think for the YouTube audio library, at one point I knew for sure that they were offering that for free if you were a YouTube creator. I'm not sure if those terms have changed, but it is definitely something to look into before just downloading the free content that's available there. Okay, and this is just the full list recap of the resources that we kind of covered in the presentation, kind of at a glance. This information I will be able to send to you, anyone who's attended the workshop. If you registered, I have your email and I'll be able to send you this resource list. If you didn't register and you just called in, if you could shoot me an email, I'll pull my information back up so that I can have your email to send you that list if you'd like to have a full list with the links to these resources there for creating your content. Right, and I'm going to pull up my email there once again and my phone number. And I did want to stress again that whether you decide to become an AOC member or not, you can still submit the content that you're creating at home. If you just decide that you have enough resources where you are to create. We would still like to share your content on our TV channels. We have 2 TV channels in Lafayette. Well, we are Cox 3 and 4 and LUS 15 and 16. And our TV channels are essentially reserved for community content along the political, educational, governmental spectrum. If there's certain content that you'd like to share of just general interest, we would love to get that content from you and help you share it and get your voice heard throughout the community. As well as YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel at AOC Community Media where we do upload content, our community content as well. And I will actually walk you through for the last little part of our presentation here, and then we'll just go over any general questions through our website where that knowledge hub is that I kept mentioning. Underneath, once you hit our main page, our main homepage, there is a Learn tab. And from the Learn tab, underneath the Knowledge Hub, you'll see a video database that we've sort of populated, and we're continuing to populate as we get more virtual content with some different walkthroughs, tutorials, any sort of content that we could put out that would help our members be able to get comfortable with the resources that we provide, get comfortable with our equipment, our facility, how to do certain little editing jobs, whatever we could come up with to help facilitate your learning process with us. So this is where you'll be able to find some links to the manuals for our resources, but you'll be able to just find a few resources here that can help you along your content creation journey. As long as you're aware, straight from the Learn tab and into the Knowledge Hub tab is where you'll be able to find that. And also, in creating your content and submitting it to us, there is a button here that I believe, let's see, right here under the Make Media tab on our website, there's a button here that simply says Submit Programming. And this is pretty simple 2-step process of how you can get your content to us after you've created it. All you have to do is drop your video. We're doing it completely digitally now. So you drop your video into our, right here to upload your program file through our Dropbox. And then there is a distribution agreement that you would complete digitally, just kind of to read some of the terms, ensuring that the content that you're creating, you are the producer of it. We don't own any of it. So you complete that form there and then just click your submit at the bottom. And essentially that's the process for getting that content to us. We wanted to make it as simple, stress-free as possible so that more community members would be encouraged to really share that content, without any hurdles of having to do paperwork. So that's where you would go to the Make Media and then the Submit Programming button here. But there's also a lot more content on our website. So I would encourage you to kind of peek through it and check it out to see what other services that we do offer currently. All right, so I think I've done a whole lot of talking and I've shared a whole lot of content. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us later. And we hope to bring you guys more virtual workshops so that we can give you more tips and resources for getting your content created at home, or whether you choose to get a membership and start using our facility and our gear to kind of to create that. So again, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, Matt, for being my screen recorder, being my productions manager this evening. We will get this this presentation session uploaded into our Knowledge Hub so that you can reference back for it, for those resources as well. And we wish you a great rest of your week.